So, Hannah, I'm currently teaching English as a second language,
Mm-hmm.
I love for my students to get confident in producing English or increasing their ability, their listening ability.
Yes.
So, I know that you speak English as a second language,
Mm-hmm.
but you do such an amazing job, and it's inspiring to me. So, I want love my students to improve and like get. And so, because you're a perfect example, what are some
Yes.
strategies you have for my students I could tell them?
Right. I worked on listening, and
Okay.
there's so many websites that are designed for English learners,
Right.
like Elo here you are listening to,
Yeah.
and YouTube or any
Right, right.
so many sites that you can check on, and yeah, like that. I'll probably start with the listening first.
Okay. So you said firstly listening.
Mhm.
So why is listening so important?
Um, it's because when you want to communicate, of course, the English as a tool, yeah, communication tool, you have to understand what the speakers say. So,
Right.
first I worked on listening, and then by listening at the audio or the sound, then you can learn vocab and also spelling, and the meaning, of course. And
Right,
eventually you can move on to next English skill. So that's why I start working on listening first.
So what about anything else that you have? Any other
Um,
strategies?
Personally, I found it learning vocab and especially idioms helped me a lot.
Yeah, idioms are tough.
Yes, because often I found it difficult to understand what the speakers say. I could hear or I could understand what the single words they say, but sometimes it was hard to sort of grasp the meaning, what they're actually saying. So learning idioms or vocab helped me a lot. Yeah.
So when you learn the idioms and you
Yes.
can understand them, did you ever use them yourself
Mhm.
to when you like tried it out in the wild, so to speak, using the idioms you learned to
Yes, I
native
did
speakers?
gradually. I mean, when I was in high school, I started I started studying English when I was high school. First thing I did was to visiting those websites that are designed for English speakers, English learners, and at the same time I start watching like American TV dramas. And in that
Okay.
sense, you can sort of understand in what situation you can use those particular phrases or idioms. And by
Right.
learning the idioms and vocab and the settings or the environment, the situation you can use, then you can sort of actually try to use them. At the same, the beginning I was so nervous,
Right,
but
right. I'm sure, yeah. I mean, it's really difficult to use idioms in any language, but English has so many, I think. So, another thing I wanted to ask you about production skills in English is writing. So, I
Yes.
try to give my students opportunities to write in class, but
Yes.
in order to be a proficient and excellent English speaker, you need to practice outside of class. So, what do you recommend to improve students' writing abilities besides just taking it for a test or for an assignment? What do you recommend?
Yes, this is very difficult. I myself have trouble still writing because I am not a good writer in my native language.
Oh, no.
So, but I guess just reading will help you at the start. Reading something, reading text. or
Okay,
reading
so if you know
passages
how to
will help
read, you can help you write.
Yes,
All right.
definitely. To learn sort of the template, how the things goes and how you make paragraph and stuff. So probably if you want to get better at writing, I would start reading first.
Okay.
Reading lots of passages, different kinds of materials first.
So that's true, and I agree with that. And so one thing I wanted to have my students do is actually do like a journal, actually.
Yes,
So
yeah,
did
that
you
could
ever
be.
keep an English journal to help with your writing?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you
I
did?
did, yeah.
How do you feel that helped you? Was that good? A good
Yes,
idea?
because first when you write, unlike speaking or talking to somebody, it gives you time to really think about what you want to do, what you want to write, and
Right,
you can focus on grammar more, and that helps you to actually talk to somebody maybe a day write next day, or you have to write something else in the class that would help you. So keeping the journal will help you definitely, I think.
Okay, thank you very much for the tips. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.